Hey everyone, Teresa here with Jeremiah Dreams. Welcome to this week's collaborative event called In the Pink to bring awareness to breast cancer. So I am naturally going to start off with some pink splotches on this little miniature canvas that's only about a 5x5 stretched canvas, and I'm just bringing in some white to blend in and give us a nice marbled look to our background. I can just continue brushing over and blending until I get just that right balance that I'm looking for. And layering is the secret every single time. Just layer and blend. I'm now beginning to sketch in the faces and the robes of two sweet angels that in my mind are very special friends, almost like sisters, that are reminding each other about breast cancer awareness. I'm using one of my favorite tools in my studio, and that is the friction pen by Pilot. I feel like I can sketch and be able to see my sketch marks, and I don't have to worry about any mistakes that I want to make because the ink disappears with heat once I get everything as I want. And even if I paint over it, when the heat hits this ink, it disappears. It's just been perfect for me. Now it's time to begin bringing some life to our sweet angels, and I am double loading my brush with a brown and more of a fleshlight color that's going to just naturally add the shadow to the lower areas of their faces. I don't want to forget their necks. That shadow area right below their chins is so important to make these ladies lifelike. I had started adding in their hairlines, and then I realized, oh wait, I've got to put the gowns in. So I stopped for a second and began putting their white gowns in, being sure to give them a ruffled look to their collars. And with that brown shadow underneath their chins, it will take a couple of coats of the white to really give that a nice layer and not be transparent. Now it's time to get back to adding their hairlines in and styling their hair, and I turned the canvas upside down just so I could get to the top of her head a little easier without getting my hand in that white paint that's still wet. And just not forgetting how I want the hair to drape over their shoulder, bringing a little bit of that curl to the front and making sure the length is visible in the back. And for my second angel, I want her to have an updo. So I'm fixing that hairline to just frame in her face, and then we're going to give her a nice little updo that is just going to be precious. To help give their hair design some life and some interest, I like to layer in colors. So I started with a darker color as the base, and now I'm coming in with a lighter color. It's actually the same flesh color that I've already used, and just streaking in that lighter color. And once I get that layered in, I'll come back in with that brown once more to go on top of that, and that just gives it such a nice depth and more of a realistic feel. I just love the tilt to their heads. It just gives them such personality and just makes them, I don't know how to express it, just makes them feel so sweet and just genuinely caring for one another. When painting in their arms and their sleeves, it really isn't about painting the sleeve and the arm itself, but it's more about painting in the negative space that's going to give it life. When painting in my ribbon, I wanted to use a brighter pink, a hotter pink that would really stand out from the pink in the background. And as we come around these curves and how the ribbon overlaps, we're going to add in the highlights in just the right places and the shadows in just the right places to give this ribbon some dimension. Once again, layering is the secret. It is the key to making it look just right. It's time to put in the hands holding the ribbon, and I'm first adding some white just as a color blocker so that when I bring in the flesh tone, it is able to stand out against all of the white and the pink. I'm not fancy when it comes to hands. I keep the hands of my angels very simple. I don't get into a lot of detail on their hands. I add a little bit of shadow for dimension, but other than that, they're very, very simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate it. Now I'm adding wings behind them, and I'm just doing very simple outlines and filling it in with some of my white And I'm going to be sure to add that same white in between their heads. And then the secret ingredient, I'm going to begin to lay in texture on these wings so that it really has a feathery look. Watch and see. And now I'm going to take just some of that brighter pink and add a little shadow in behind them just to help lift them off the surface. I hope you enjoyed this project, and be sure to catch all of the other creatives in the playlist. And I would be so honored if you would like to see more of these kinds of projects. Give me a follow and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.